Interview different people from different careers and showcase different careers. And I had the chance to interview an R&B group, and I learned that I went from getting like 1 or 2 calls to like 60 calls. And after that,
doing just the R&B group?
yeah, I interviewed. They were a group called Rough Ends.
Okay.
And when I got all of those calls, I decided to change the format to interviewing celebrities. So what I did is I paid off a cameraman who worked for well, maybe not shout him out, a cameraman who worked for a major director, and he would tell me where the video shoots were. Okay. And I would sneak in with my video camera and I would interview. Wow. That's how I got my start.
Wow, cool. Yeah. So how did you ease your way into the clothing and sneakers?
Well, what happened was, I'm an entrepreneur, and I launched a magazine called Young and Doing It. And in a magazine, you know, just an extension of the television show. And I noticed that some of my clients would go on TV shows to promote Essence and, you know, magazines like that. So I said, well, how can I promote my magazine? So what I did is we did a focus group, and we learned that most of our readers love sneakers. So I pitched the morning show on doing the sneakers, and they booked me on the show, and people started calling me, hey, Sneaker Man. Eventually, I was offered a deal to develop another magazine, and so I stopped doing my magazine. And although that fell through, the TV shows kept inviting me back on to do segments. So I went out, I developed a partnership with Foot Locker, and I just started traveling America promoting sneakers, and that's how it all began.
Wow. So is there anything that you kind of learned from the industry, maybe too many beautiful females around you, or any kind of money troubles, or, you know?
I mean, you know, you have money troubles, you know, the females. The thing is one thing I learned is you don't chase the females, you let them chase you, number one. I mean, unless, you know, they look, I'm just joking. Number one, and number two, and more importantly, you know, one of the most important things I can say is developing and maintaining relationships. Like this industry and success, period, it's all about who you know. It's all about who you know. I produce this fashion show because I know the owner of American Apparel. And he and I developed a business relationship. And we have other things in the works, but I said, hey, I'm doing this national tour. Let me do some fashion shows for you. I know he's going through a couple of things here and there, so, you know, we set it up, worked it out, bada bing, bada boom. We're gonna come heavy with some sexy American apparel. I got some beautiful ladies, some sexy clothes. It's gonna be popping. I feel like putting you in the outfit. She got her hair done.
If you put me in outfit, you ain't getting it back.
She's like, I got my makeup on. She about to get it popping. I don't know. I'm just trying to be like you.
Well, one question that we always ask everybody is, if you were a superhero, what would you be, and what would be a superhero power?
Honestly, if I was a superhero, my superpower would be, you would call me empowerment man. And what I would do is, like, I touch you, and you automatically inspired to be successful. I'm serious too. Like, people think, like, I party and I have a good time in life, and, you know, I do the fashion thing, and, you know, I travel the world or whatever, but to be honest with you, my real passion is empowering people who don't have inspiration. There's so many people who are disadvantaged, not just financially, but education-wise, parent-wise. You know, if your mom and your daddy sold drugs, what are you supposed to become? They don't realize that they can become more. They can do whatever they want to do. Look at me. My mom's a drug dealer. I don't even know my father, but I work for some of the biggest corporations in the world. And that's because I believe in myself and I work hard. So I would be empowerment man. Like I would touch you, I would lay my hands. I'm just making excuses to touch her, by the way. and you would automatically be inspired to become more than you are. That's it. Actually, my favorite piece. Jasmine. This is actually one of my favorite pieces from American Apparel. Right here. I don't know if I like the brown or the the thing about American Apparel people understand is that the clothes are on so many different levels.
Right.
It's on so many different levels. On one hand, we showed you the ridiculously sexy lingerie. At the same time, we showed you some demure lingerie.
Right.
At the same time, we showed you some cool things you can wear to the club. At the same time, we showed you some cool things you can wear to school or wear to the gym or wear to wherever. So, exactly. So that's one of the greatest things about American Apparel, aside from the fact that it's made in America.
Right.
Can't beat that.
So do you still get like anxious or kind of frustrated before shows start, or?
Nah, did I seem anxious earlier?
No. You seem excited.
I don't really let anything stress me out. At the end of the day, if you plan properly, if you develop a strong team, I was fortunate enough to have Model Kelly supporting this event, and I mean, she's probably by far the top promoter in Houston. So, I mean, I knew the place was going to be jam-packed. I worked with the team from American Apparel here, the Houston team, shout out to the DM. Everything just, when you have a strong team of people who just come through and do their things, it just flows. So,
Well, for our next interview person, what would be a question you would ask them? For the next person we interview. Just any random little question, because we're going to ask.
Somebody celebrate a birthday, make some noise for them.
Do you find me sexy?
No, they're not loud enough. Y'all
I'm just joking. A good question to ask is, who inspires you to succeed? Or should I ask her?
Yes, to the camera.
Hey, whoever you are, what inspired you to do what you're doing? Also, do you find me sexy? I'm just joking.
No, it's not. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh my God. I need a